updates. All right, let's talk about getting a loan. It's not always easy these days. Paul Durso from Durso Capital Management here with us this morning. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice
so
to see you.
we talked a little bit about this just a couple of seconds ago, that lenders are now looking at all kinds of things when they're deciding whether you or I are worthy of a loan, or you at home are worthy of a loan. And Facebook is one of them?
Yeah, it's kind of a new trend.
Yeah.
What's happening today is some new tech startups are actually looking at social data to determine whether or not you qualify for a loan.
So what are they looking for in that? Are they looking at who your friends are? Are they looking at what you're posting? What are they looking at?
Well, they look at quite a bit of data. There's about 8,000 different points of data, and some of that data can be your friends on Facebook or Twitter or other accounts. They're also going to look at some Amazon purchasing history. It could be PayPal purchasing history. But your friends on Facebook, particularly in certain services, can determine whether or not you get a loan.
Talk about guilt by association.
Yes, yes. Well, the difficult part is, how do you know if your friends are good with money or bad with money? So I don't think it has a large factor, but it definitely does play a role.
But that collection of all of this data about everything we do online right now, we wonder how it is used, and because we know that the data is collected and it's sold to other companies for all kinds of reasons. But now this is one reason that it is sold and used, so they can really gauge who we are.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, but at the same time, there is some legislation that has been passed that will help us or protect us from them using just sold data, social data, to determine whether or not we apply or can get approved for a loan.
So that's not in play yet. What should people do in the interim? Do you have any advice for folks that are hearing this?
Sure. The first thing is, if you have bad credit, because this is really only applying for those who don't have good credit. Okay, so the first thing is, if you have bad credit, I'd go to a credit union. Credit unions are similar to banks, but they have different policies and procedures that could qualify you for a loan.
Okay.
Unlike a bank. The second thing would be consider your peers. Peer-to-peer lending, I tell you what, this is really new and quite interesting, where you can apply for a loan online, but at the same time, you're going to go to an individual. It's a service online that will actually help find an individual to lend you the loan. Now, the weird thing here is it's still working with credit, so your credit score does matter.
Okay.
But instead of going through an institution, you're going through an individual, so there might be some additional empathy involved because of the purposes you need the loan for.
So you're a person, not just a number.
Absolutely.
All right, what's our next step on our list?
The next step would be a cosigner.
Yeah.
You know, this is pretty normal. If you have bad credit, you can always lean on a family member or a friend, you know, to help you. But at the same time, there's some additional responsibilities that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
Because the cosigner would be putting their credit on the line to help you build yours.
And it can get sticky. So if you're going to do that, you probably have to be pretty confident that you're going to pay that back.
Yes. Yes. Be very careful there.
Okay.
And the last thing to consider would definitely be your home. I'd caution this. This is not something you really want to play around with, but if you have equity in your home, a great thing you could do if you need a loan and have bad credit, because life happens.
Yep.
And sometimes you get in bad situations where you can go and get some of that credit, equity line on your home, but you never want to put yourself in a situation where you could lose your home just because you needed money.
Well, if any of this is of interest to you, which I know that it is, and you need more information, I've put more information so that you can get a hold of Paul on our WBTV website. It is on the consumer page at WBTV.com. Just click on the On Your Side tab. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Always good advice. Stay with us. We'll be right back.